Hey, girl. Hey. I was going to try to do contact, but the end hey didn't do it. Contact. It's the reason.
Hi.
Hi, girl. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm on Barbiturates. No, I'm not. Oh God. Mm-hmm.
Don't get on those.
No,
girl. Don't get on those.
I don't. No, don't.
Don't
So
trust
what's
don't
new
trust
with
pudding
you?
pots
What's
either.
new with you?
What's new with me? Well,
I hated this episode of Drag Race. Go on.
yep. I am a recent winner of the Shelley Novak Award for Best
Yes, and
Comedic
I
Queen.
heard that your acceptance speech was one of the saddest acceptance speeches.
It was not sad. It was just I got very
Emotional.
thoughtful. I did. I got very thoughtful.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to be, but like you know me, I'm very reflective. And when I kind of looked out, and a lot of my friends, well, like my drag friends, right? A lot of people were there. So just for like a moment, it made me realize like how different stuff has in my
Yeah.
lif in like the last few
Girl,
years.
did they have to play you off the stage? Did you go that long?
No, yes. They didn't have to, but Carlos started making the Oscar music with his on the microphone. So yeah, and so that happened. We'll have to have like a sidebar conversation about this at some point because there was a lot of things that happened. And
what else happened, girl? We got another couple minutes. What else happened?
We had some people were upset after the show with who won things, and they were like it became, even though it's like the silliest. Obviously, I take it seriously because I don't know if I'll ever be honored in some way like this again. But like a lot of people were just happy to be there, happy to have some drinks, happy to have. But after people were like, oh well, this, blah blah blah. I'm like, why is it that we can't have a single event like this and somebody gets butt hurt? Like somebody gets butt hurt
because we're gay, dear.
No, I get it. I get it. It's still ridiculous.
Over half of us enjoy being butt hurt. Neoprene dreams, dear. Neoprene dreams.
Okay, so I have some exciting thing to read you because it's really fun.
Girl, right after I said neoprene dreams.
Sure. Why not?
Okay, yeah, true. Go ahead.
It's what we do best. So my sibling, big sister Maim, recently became acquainted with a young lady who works for the Duke Divinity School, and she's been writing on some difficult things, some topics, doing some papers. You know what they do. I don't know all exactly what they do there, but she's been kind of low, right? And she just recently started watching Murder, She Wrote, and she told that to my brother, and he said, "Oh, well, if you would like to have the perfect companion to this, right, go listen to my brother's podcast," which I'm always trying to feel like how this conversation even goes for people to, because like then you have to go through the layers of like, you can't just say like my brother's podcast, because then it's like my brother, his best friend, drag, all of those things. So I wasn't there, but she loves us. And she sent a special message to us that I want to read to you and to all of our listeners, right? So it says here, please tell your brother that I'm listening to her podcast to help me be brave enough to eat food and not deal with body dysmorphia, and to help me believe in God, which is crazy because she works for the Duke Divinity School. I was writing on so much awful this week, and Sunday was a gift, and this podcast is a gift. So after you, we love you.
We love you.
We're not going to name you because I didn't get permission for that mess, and I ain't trying to get anybody in nothing, but we love you. We support you.
We support you. Body dysmorphia is real, and it is super thing.
Real. Both Mims and myself, we have both dealt with that our whole lives, so we know. And
I think I'm a 5'2" Latino woman.
Girl,
just kidding.
Girl, you Aztec. I don't know.
I feel like this is the double racism now. We better. But all joking aside, body dysmorphia is not
When I
something
think
to
of
laugh at.
when I,
It
when I think
is
of
it is a
5'2",
real thing.
it's a real thing. And for anybody that's listening to this, right?
Yeah.
If it becomes crippling, if it starts to affect how you eat, how you process
Mhm.
things, please seek out therapy.
Yes.
Because
If it's available to you, please do it.
Yep.
Please, 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 please. Speaking of that, Maim, have you gotten a therapist yet?
No.
So, speaking of being a hypocrite, Maim, did you know we have a Patreon? Dear listeners, a Patreon.
How is that being a hypocrite? I just haven't done it yet. It's not being a hypocrite. Being a hypocrite is being a hypocrite would be telling people to leave their therapist and then tell people to go get a therapist. That's not the same as I still haven't done it yet.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's
Let me just pay off this car note and
this car note. Let me pay off this car note. Girl, I know the company you work for. You got insurances. Let me pay off this car note.
I don't know why I love using that expression so much. I use it all the time for so many things. When people ask me to do stuff, I'm like, let me pay my car note first and then I'll get back to you. I don't know why.
Girl, you just turned it a red skeleton.
Get my coins out my purse here next to my titty.
Or is it Red Fox? Which was the black one?
Red Fox.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go.
Auntie, why your titty so lumpy? That's where my money's at.
Actually, turned it Della Reese.
That's true. When I'm in full drag, I'm basically M. Delores. In Harlem Nights, that's who I basically.
Anyway, Patreon. Dear listeners, we have Patreon. Go to Patreon.com. Mims and Maim. Throw somebody, hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know we have another podcast? That's right. We have Baking Sugar Designing Women podcast and Over the Moon, our moonlighting podcast, which we will record eventually, maybe, hopefully. Dear listeners, if you join our Patreon, you will get our podcast ad-free, and hopefully eventually you'll get Over the Moon with us in the Last of Drag video. Hey, Maim, that's a better way to do it. That way I'm not a deadbeat dad. Hey, Maim. Do you know that we have merchandise? That's right. If you go to BimsMaim.com, you can buy something. Hey, Maim, you know what I love? It's 5-star reviews, babe. I love 5-star reviews. Dear listeners, they really help us. They really help us.
I was just trying to get this. I was trying to swallow. I couldn't get this down from laughing.
Girl, usually you're a spit kind of girl. This is season 4, episode 12. Who threw barbiturates in Mrs. Fletcher's chowder?
That's why my iron's so low.
Well, girl, we're in Cabot Cove.
Cabot Cove.
And, and they do a little. They're starting to go through the list of people. And Henry Gibson, who you may know from Laugh-In, is here. He was the priest on Laugh-In.
Yes, he was so many things on Laugh-In.
A bus is arriving from Augusta.
Okay.
And
Augusta.
A bad actress appears.
I think it's hilarious. I'm going to say this because I think this is really very funny. I think that it's hilarious that you have the feelings you have about this episode, considering how much you don't like Ben Stiller. Because
Why?
that's Ben Stiller's mother.
Oh, is it?
It's so, because I know how much you don't like Ben Stiller. So it's hilarious.
I like Ben Stiller's dad.
No, I know, but it's just very funny. any connection is like the one time we see this lady, because we're too young to have saw her in a lot of her other stuff. But you're like, bad actress. I was just waiting to hear you say something.
So my husband and I were sitting there. We both were like, she's so bad at acting, like so bad at it.
She's considered a legend too.
Well, good for her. Well, she goes to the sheriff's office and a man is following her.
Oh, man.
A man?
Does he have a pulse?
Brunhilde is still one of my favorite Looney Tunes. Oh, God.
Oh, so good.
That is her name, Brunhilde, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're at the sheriff's. We find out the deputy quit.
Oh.
And there's a phone call. Amos picks it up, and it's Doc with a new haircut.
Oh, look at you, Doc, getting all fancy.
Well, Winnie, who's the bad actress, comes in. We find out that she's Amos's sister.
Oh, wow.
And she left Elmo. It just clicked. It just clicked. I didn't put Elmo the Muppet in any of this until just now. It's so much funnier if it's Elmo the Muppet. Maybe she wouldn't be as bad of an actress. Well, Amos is short-handed. So Winnie's like, that's fine. You can just leave me be. I'll try not to think about the bleakness of my life. Oh. So what is she known for?
Her and Ben Stiller's dad used to be a comedy duo. They were like early pioneers of like improv comedy and things like that back in the day. They used to have their own like stage show and TV show and things like that.
So they did improv.
No. They weren't. It wasn't the same as like, it's like scripted. So it wasn't the same. So it's very like early SNL kind of stuff. Like they were kind of in that vein. Because remember, that was very popular in the late 50s. Like there was like the Ernie Kovacs show, and then they had their show, and George Burns had a show like that too. Mm-hmm. And they were all precursors to SNL, but they were called like Stiller and Mirror, because their name's like Ann Mirror. So yeah, they were like a comedy duo.
Okay. Okay. Good for her. Good for her.
Jeez.
So we're at JB's and she's busy typing.
She got so much to do.
And Amos is like, I have somebody for you to meet. And she's like, right now, I am too busy to meet Paul Newman. Fuck his salad dressing. I actually love Newman's own salad dressing.
I do too. Actually, we were big fans of his the Socceroni spaghetti sauce. That was like my dad's favorite.
I love his salsa too.
Yeah, good work.
So, did Paul Newman do it for you? Like young
Paul Newman. Paul Newman in the 1950s was amazing. Like
he just, there's something, it didn't do it for me.
Oh, do you mean like sexually?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
No, he was a great actor. Like Paul Newman's a fantastic actor. Like that's not in question.
I thought he was especially handsome in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. I thought that was like his peak handsomeness. But like, even though he's not like, to me, I never thought of him like hot. Oh yeah, like wasn't like that.
Because you know my freshman English teacher, we watched Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
Yes,
because she loved Paul Newman. Like that is why we watch. I'm like, what? Why are we watching? It's a great movie. Like Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, great movie. Maybe not something you show ninth graders, especially because it's probably boring to most of them. I loved it. Like I was there in it.
That's because we love film.
No, that's because I'm a faggot. And Paul Newman and
Robert
Redford maybe getting it on.
That weird, slightly sexual tension.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
You're like, you guys are out on the trails a lot together.
Uh-huh. And who was the woman in that?
I don't remember.
Was she famous?
All of them were famous in that one, I believe. I should go back and rewatch that sometime. I haven't watched it in a long time.
Let me see here if I can find out who the woman was. Cast. It was Catherine Rose. I don't know who that is.
I don't know that person either. Well, I'm glad for her. She put that on her resume at least.
I think she got an Oscar nod for it.
I think everything got Oscar nominated for that.
Yeah.
Catherine.
She was also the woman in the girl at The Graduate.
Oh, the girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So she was like a young ingenue at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, The Graduate. I've not seen that in a while either.
I've never watched that. That one's boring. That one is too boring for me. One word, plastics.
Wait, you said you never watched it.
I know that. I know lines from things, but I don't have to have seen them. What?
It's actually a really good movie. It's a very trippy.
So Winnie comes in and he's like, "This is my sister Winnie," and spit take Winifred. So Amos tries to pawn her off on JB. JB says no. And Winnie comes back in after seeing all the pictures JB with her husband and has a breakdown. Mm-hmm. And JB's like, "Fine, let's get some coffee." And Amos just deuces. It's like, I can't deal with this bullshit. Hopefully you can.
Well, Amos was also busy with something too, but I can't remember what it was.
Being a sheriff without deputy.
Oh, yeah. Trying to hold down the fort.
Mm-hmm. So we're watching an anime. Have I told you about the anime? About the deaf girl who falls in love with the...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The gray-haired fuckboy.
Yes.
It's such a cute anime. It is such a cute anime. We also start... What did we start watching on Netflix? There's another one we started watching on Netflix. It's not coming to me.
It's not?
It's not.
Oh, no.
It's fine. So we're at the sheriff's. And there's a woman there, Amos walks in and there's a woman just sitting there. And she's like, "My name is Marigold Finney and I want to be your deputy." Amos goes through a sexism and eventually gets so bad at it. He's like, "Can you start tomorrow?" She's like, "I can start today." Do you know who she is?
I recognized her. I didn't even look her up, but I recognized her from other stuff. She was in a lot of things.
She's in something that's very important to us.
Us?
To us. She's a master of accents.
Okay.
She's Yvette and Clue.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Yeah, a blonde wig really changes her, doesn't it? I Googled that. I was like, who is she? She kind of looks weird. I was like, Yvette?
A blonde, blonde wig.
Uh-huh.
No bust.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. A French
really
accent.
Cool. Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Actors, right? So good.
Actors.
Honestly, that to me is just so great. I did not click not one time. I just kept saying oh, her, but not oh, yeah, that's really cool.
So this episode goes back and forth a lot because we're in different locations on Cell Lot 3. So we're going back and forth a lot.
Not Cell Lot 3. Move it. Hey, move it. We're trying to get Miss Lansbury. We got to get her to the other side of the set. Hold on. We gotta get into the woods, quote unquote.
What's that movie that takes place a lot in the telephone booth?
What? Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
No. Like he has to get from one side of town to the other.
Oh, yeah. Like I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it though.
Phone booth. Um,
What's wrong with people? That's not even appropriate. That's like, do better, Hollywood. Do better.
Suppose it was a good movie. I never saw it, but suppose it's a good movie.
But if that's the name of the movie, then you're never gonna click on it. If I'm scrolling through something, I'm gonna be like, "What is this? Phone booth? No, thank you."
And now,
like, that's not
an exciting movie. You've seen hairdryer.
Yes, I have seen hairdryer.
You've seen scissors.
Oh my gosh, yes, I've also seen scissors.
You've seen dentist's office.
That was my favorite.
And now, phone booth.
I'll pass.
We just upped the rate to 35 cents.
Oh no, it's a horror. It's a horror movie.
Will he be able to make the call or
Did
not?
you imagine, like, if literally somebody's being chased down an alleyway and they find a phone booth and they put it in a corner and it's like, please deposit 10 more cents.
Please deposit insufficient funds. Please deposit 10 more cents.
He's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. I don't have another dime.
It's like Speed in a phone booth.
And then you just see like the receiver just like flinging like this with like blood trickling down the thing.
Oh God.
And then you hear the killer like hit the little thing for the quarter to come back out, and they take the quarter.
Can we also have like the scene from Birds of There when she's in the phone booth and just birds flying into the phone booth too? Oh God. That's a movie that I watched. It's so he was so mean to her. Alfred Hitchcock was such a jackass to her.
He was.
To all his blonde leading ladies, but especially to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We're back at JB's and they're having tea. We find out that Winnie and Elmo have been rough together for a bit. Elmo's having some issues. He like talks about conspiracy theories. He gets angry and then quiet. He kind of hits her when she gets in the way of him having one of his fits.
Yep.
It sounds like a MAGA person. Sister Flo wouldn't do anything about it. Sister Flo, his sister Flo, not Sister Flo.
Okay.
Sister
Is that what they call it now? Is that what they call it?
That's a song you could do if you really want to be a downer at your karaoke. Sister Morphine.
That's true.
I love that song.
One time someone did Brick by Ben Folds 5, and I was like, please God, no.
That song's about abortion.
Yeah. Like, that just was like, I saw it coming up in the kid. I was like, no.
She's a brick and I'm drowning slowly. I mean, it's a wonderfully written song. Like
it's a beautiful song.
Girl.
It's just a downer.
Yeah, it is. I didn't realize it was about abortion for a bit.
None of us did because we were only like 17.
Pause for just a second. Okay, we are. Am I recording? Did I hit it? Okay, we are. Good. We're back, girl. We're back. I'm going to order Indian for dinner in just a second. So, we also found out that she forgot her ulcer meds.
Oh no!
Winnie forgot her ulcer meds. So Elmo owns the drugstore in town.
Yeah.
But JB knows just where you can get meds in this tiny little town.
Oh.
So we're at Doc's.
Yay.
And I don't know if I've told you this. Doc is my favorite character. Like,
oh yeah, mine too.
He's JB is great. Doc's my soul.
I mean, if we're being real honest right now, you are Doc. Like, you are Doc. So let's just be.
Am I?
Yes you are.
Am I, girl?
You are.
Okay.
I think you already knew that.
I did.
Technically.
I did.
Like,
Indian.
Yeah.
What Indian food do I want? Oh, there it is. That's right.
Get some garlic naan.
Girl, I love garlic naan. Can you eat garlic naan?
Yeah.
Okay.
What would I be allergic to?
You're allergic to everything, so why not that?
Case in point, you're right. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
That was stupid of me to even ask that question.
Yeah. Have you ever had gobi Manchurian?
I don't even know what that is, so probably not.
They take cauliflower and they fry it in like a spicy ass sauce.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, it's delicious.
That sounds good.
It's delicious. Do you have a lot of Indian restaurants down there?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Not a lot of good ones, but a lot of them.
Gotcha, girl.
Yeah. Like, we have a lot of like different countries, but yeah, not all of them are great. That's why it's hard sometimes. There was an Indian place that we went on one of our first dates.
Mm-hmm.
Now it got bulldozed and it's a condo place. It's condos now. It was a Holiday Inn with an Indian restaurant inside.
Well, actually, I make that face. That makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, wait, what? No, oh, no. Patel Hotels. Yes, that makes perfect sense. Makes absolutely perfect sense. So we find out that Winnie is on Comatol for ulcer.
Okay.
So JB's like, I'm going to leave her with you because I can't deal with this right now, Doc.
She got to finish that book.
I finished that book. So as Doc and Winnie are wandering around town, there's ominous music and a man. A man. Take it like a man, steady and strong. Not a lot of fuss and carrying on. What?
Nothing, girl. You say your truth.
I ain't had anything steady and strong for a lot of years, girl.
Shaky and wobbly.
Take it like a man, janky and wobbly. Lot of bitching and complaining all day. 'Cause that's really what men are like. Oh God. No, my husband moved the dog upstairs and can you hear her whining in the background?
Yep, she's not happy.
She's not happy. So this is the way it's going to be, everyone. This is my guess is she's probably peeing in a crate right now. It's wonderful.
Oh no.
These are the moments of our lives.
These are the moments of our lives.
Anyway, there's an ominous man watching Doc and Winnie.
Oh, come on now. Following them around like that.
So we're back at the sheriff, and Amos shows Marigold the cells.
Okay.
There's a phone call. It's Winnie. She said she'll be back later on this evening.
Okay.
And girl, Elmo shows up. Marigold, he starts attacking Amos, and Marigold comes out with a gun.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Well, because I mean, it's like it's awkward, right?
You know who he kind of looked like to me?
A bear.
Tevye from, didn't he?
Like a southern Tevye.
You know
like a Birmingham production of Fiddler on the Roof.
I think it's like our production Fiddler on the Roof. I actually think I would have been a better Tevye than. You know why I think that?
I don't know why.
Because I wouldn't have embodied a mediocre white man in the performance.
You're a lot of things, but you're not mediocre.
Nope.
You are so far from mediocrity.
And I was very good friends with the Golda.
You are. Yeah, you are. I mean, you know, I live and learn.
Although I can't sing very well.
No, but you know,
who cares?
you have the chops. You got the chops. You got those chops. You could have been a contender. You could have been a contender for regional theater Tonys.
For the regional theater Tonys. I just want to be in the Equity Guild.
I just want my own changing room. That's all.
Oh, God. Did you hear the Equity is taking over for the characters at Disneyland?
No.
Yeah. So now they've got strippers and the characters at Disneyland.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, that stripper thing's going to be very relevant down here because they're about to pass a bill that nobody under the age between 18 to 21 can't be strippers anymore. Mm-hmm. So that's about to pass in Florida. Not sure what people are going to do about recruitment efforts now, but whatever.
I mean, that just, yeah. I mean, they'll just do, I hate to put it like this, they'll just do sex work for 3 years and then become go-go boys. Like, sex work is already illegal. What's you ain't gonna, rather than giving them an outlet that's somewhat, I don't
monitored
barely. Like I'm not going to say it's a great alternative.
Oh, it's not great. It's just interesting. Somebody said that where will the Florida Congress people go after hours? Because they're not going to have any people that are barely legal. I was like, oh God. But also, not wrong.
Are you sure it's going to pass?
Oh, yeah. It's like a universal pass, too. Like, I was reading about it the other day. It's like, I think there were like 3 no's against. So it's not even like, it's like bipartisan, too.
Yeah, because it's hard to vote against that, right?
Yep.
Because you would have to be so liberal. And you would have to say, are people 18 to 21 still children? Yeah, that's a complicated one.
It's complicated, but also it's gonna it's gonna go back to the original whole 18 thing, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so you can send an 18-year-old to war. You know, it's like it's a very. I have a feeling, I don't know, but because of that, right? Because that's how they use voting as well, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like this is opening up a little bit of a can of worms. We'll see, but I feel like that because, you know, there's people that there are people that could technically, I mean, think about it, right? There are technically like 18 and 19-year-old folks that could sue because, you know, like technically by law, they are adults of some kind. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. That's a People's Court episode that I will not be missing.
That's a People's Court episode that I will not be missing. Good Lord. Hold on just a second. I need to deal with the poopy, okay?
Okay.
We're back. I dealt with my puppy. Oh, God. So we're back at Amos's.
Ooh.
And we meet Kenny and Flo, who Flo's Amos's sister.
Mm-hmm.
Or, excuse me, Elmo's sister. Kenny's her husband.
Yep.
Elmo's starting to get riled up, and we meet Harold, who is Henry Gibson.
Yes.
It's a little bit, they talk, they try to figure out where people are sleeping. Amos is sleeping downstairs on the couch. It's a little bit later on, and Doc is here dropping off Winnie.
Oh, okay.
The ominous man is watching the background, but there's a lot of 80-yard laughing of Winnie. Ha ha!
You hate it so
Such a bad episode.
You hate it so much.
I hate it so much. This is such a bad episode, babe. It's such a bad episode. It ruined my drunk buzz. It was so bad.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to drink
That's-
more.
Okay. Did you get your buzz back?
After the episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You're so ridiculous.
So there's a fight inside, and Winnie wants a divorce. Mm-hmm.
And they were shocked, which I was literally like, we've only been observing this marriage for like 10 minutes, and we all know they should be divorced.
Well, Protestants don't necessarily like divorces either. They think the woman should submit to the man.
Do whatever he would do. Take whatever he gives.
Whatever he gives is what you should take. Even if it's the back of his hand, because every once in a while she's wrong. I don't.
Two of us was like,
we were both raised by two strong women.
very strong women.
Uh-huh.
Don't even think about it. Don't even
think about it. Where's no, it's not what? Oh my god.
What happened?
I'm looking for my Nepali cuisine. Everest Nepali kitchen there. Oh, was it Himalaya? Which one is this? That one? Yeah, that's it. Cool. Sorry. I'm looking at my food. What?
Because it's like I can hear in and out some of the words like going in and out, and some of them just sound like if another language. Because like what? What is it?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was ordering, and I'm back. See, dear listeners,
Dear listeners.
It's 6 p.m., which is.
Do you know where your children are?
And like I get a little.
That's
hungry.
right. We get more daylight today, don't we?
We do. Isn't it horrible?
Yeah, I hate it.
I hate it too. I see, dear listeners. This is my entire family's like, oh my god, more daylight's great. I'm like, no, you sleep better when it's darker earlier. You just sleep better. I hate it because it wakes me the fuck up early. Ugh. PP.
How do you feel about it, really?
Not a fan. So we're back at Doc's, okay? And Winnie shows up. She asked to stay the night.
Ooh.
She's been followed. Doc goes outside and doesn't see anybody, so he thinks it's okay. They're inside talking for a little bit, and she's going to make some coffee, and then she's going to stay. And Doc's a little bit unnerved. The ominous man's outside, looking in, and knocks over a potted plant.
Oh, Lord.
Made of the finest styrofoam.
It's lovely styrofoam.
Lovely styrofoam. And Doc's like, no, it's probably just an animal knocking over that styrofoam. So when he goes to make the coffee, Doc calls JB and's like, help. There's rumors. Rumors, baby. I love that song. I love that Lindsay Lohan. It's one of my favorite Lindsay Lohan songs.
Me too.
One of my favorite Lindsay Lohan songs. It's the only Lindsay Lohan song. Actually, she did have full CD, didn't she?
She did a whole album, yeah.
Was it good?
I don't know.
But you know, rumors. Rumors.
Oh, girl. I put that on anytime. I'll be right there.
I could just.
A rumor started. I think I'm being followed. I love that song. Like she could have parlayed that. She could have.
She could have. She didn't, but she could have.
She didn't.
So he also says, JB, if I die tonight, it's on your head.
Whoa.
We made it pretty far in this episode. Nobody's dead yet. That's going to change soon. So it's later on Amos's.
Give it time. Give it time. Oop. Hello. 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 Hello.
Amos wakes up and picks up the phone.
Hello.
It's a man who's asking to talk to Elmo in the middle of the night. And Amos is like, the dude on the other end's being a jackass.
Mm-hmm.
And Amos is like, you're talking to the sheriff, and the man hangs up.
Something is sus. That's what the kids say, right? Sus.
You definitely are not one of those children.
Oh, I know, girl. I know. I mean, I don't even talk half the time, so just don't even look at me.
Okay.
Don't look at me.
It's going to be very awkward. It's going to be very awkward doing the podcast like this, though.
No, you have to look at me. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at you now. I don't know what just happened, but so we're back at the sheriff's. We find out Marigold doesn't do reports or make coffee.
Oh.
Amos calls JB, and JB invites him to breakfast, and Winnie is on her way, and Amos is trying to figure out where Winnie was, and she's like, I'll just explain when you get here.
Okay, girl.
So we're at JB's, and Winnie is there, and Amos, and they're talking about Doc and how he's a bachelor and that was putting a lot in on Doc and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, well, I had to go somewhere. Elmo was outside. And Amos like, no, he wasn't. He was sleeping in the house and make very loud. But JB's going to have a dinner party, girl. She's going to have
Lovely.
a lobster and her famous chowder.
Ooh.
And like all of the seafood you can handle.
Like Red Lobster up in there, honey.
Girl, you hate seafood, don't you?
I don't like most seafood.
Okay. That's a shame.
I think I pinpointed why. I know this is gonna sound really weird. So do you remember in the 80s when I used to go to Camp Iredell during the summers?
I remember you talking about it because you talk about a lot of things.
Yes, true. So there was a smell about the lake that it always had like a terrible, gross fish, like dead fishy kind of smell. And I actually think that that's why I, to this day, don't really like seafood. It's like anytime I smell anything that like it's anywhere near that smell, it just puts me off. And I know, like, I literally think that's why now, because that's why I don't mind shrimp, because shrimp doesn't really have a smell like that, or like but like shrimp or lobster. But anything that's like fish wise or scallops, because they kind of have a fishy smell sometimes, like what do they do to me, right? Okay. Remember I said my brain processes, but I think that's why. It's like I think that smell's always permeating my brain. So yeah.
Okay.
I'll have fish sometimes, but I just don't.
Do you like salmon?
I like salmon patties, but they're not really salmon. Those are like, that's a lot of spices and cornmeal and whatnot.
Do you like, what was I going to say? Do you like, do you eat sushi?
Some.
Okay, so you eat raw fish?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Not all, like I said, not all of them even. Okay. Like I said, it's just very weird. I don't know what it is about seafood, but my brain has this like very strange thing. That's why for me it feels more like something not just taste wise. Yeah. It's like there's something about, because even when I go to the grocery store, like the Asian market, it's like it takes me a minute every time. I'm like,
Do you use fish sauce and stuff?
Not really.
Oh, it's so good.
I'll put in a few things, but it's not for my fault. The other half of me is not a big fan of it. I'll use oyster sauce a lot, though.
Oyster sauce is delicious, too.
Like, I love clams, right? I love clams. And all kinds. And the soup and the... Just not raw. But, like, cooked clams, yeah.
I feel like there's a joke there. The gay
I'm gonna need you to avoid that joke about me liking clams. Actually, I use that joke sometimes when I'm at when a person will pick out the right kind of song at karaoke. We're gonna rock out with your cock out. Or for the ladies in the audience, we're gonna have a clam jam. They like it. They like that joke.
Just later at dinner.
Oh, okay.
And there's a platter of plastic fish coming around.
Yes, I love plastic fish.
That Flo will not eat. Because it's plastic.
Yeah.
Elmo's outside. And Harold is going to be the bartender.
Nice.
So Flo is going to help JB cook as long as she doesn't have to taste anything. Hey, Harold, it's Kenny here. Can I get a double bourbon on the rocks?
Sure.
Amos is outside and catches Elmo and the mysterious man, the ominous man, fighting.
Oh, interesting.
Well, everybody goes in to like the dinner table to try Jess's chowder. It's ready now, girl.
Yeah.
Kenny, it's very specifically pointed out he has a large glass of ginger ale.
He must be trying to hide that alcohol from his wife that he asked for earlier, right?
Mm-hmm. So Doc goes into the kitchen, and there's a scream. And everyone is passed out, girl, except for Flo, JB, and Doc.
Whoa.
They get them all walking on their feet, but Elmo's eyes are a little bit crazy, so they need a ambulance. It's very much like Big Sister Maim when she's had a little bit too much to drink. Are you laughing because it's true? Hey, girl, I know you listen to this. It's okay. Oh, God.
She's actually cut back a lot.
I'm sure she has.
Yeah. She's which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, that's the thing, right? It's like every once in a while you're like kind of the back of my heart. It's like I would love to have one of those moments. one of those moments again.
Girl, it was the only time those moments ever happened were at Pride when she was real ripped. Like she'd been drinking all day in Durham and then decided to come out to Raleigh. Like the one time she graced Flex. Hi, girl, how you? One eye going one way, one guy going the oh Lord. Big Sister Maim's having a good day.
It's the family you never wanted. I told somebody that about you. I said, this is the only person I've ever known who has loved being an only child. Like that's fine with them.
Oh yeah. Wait, I'm the only person you've ever known like that? I know a lot of people like that.
I know a lot of people. I mean, I don't know a lot of only childs, honestly.
You know a lot of only children.
No, that I've had conversations with like that.
Oh, okay. I'm like, because I can think of our class. There were so many only children.
No, girl, I ain't talking to those people about this stuff. What you talking about? I did not have the same level of friendship with the people that I have with you.
Well, we're at the hospital. The Chowder poisoned them and Elmo's dead.
Oh, no.
So Flo accuses Amos. And Amos like, no, girl, calm your tits.
Not calm.
And he's like, there was a stranger out back. I put an APB on them, and Marigold is on the case. So we're in somebody's backyard, and Marigold sees a stranger just roaming around.
Oh, no.
And she takes him down, and we find out it's Miss Fletcher's backyard.
Whoa.
Okay, we are going back and forth pretty much for the rest of this episode, so I hope you're ready.
It's kind of split. They should have done it split screen style.
Yeah, so we're back at the sheriff. We find out he is Ed Bellamy, P.I.
Whoa.
Apparently, Elmo hired him and refused to pay for his expenses. He has no ID, so he can't prove anything. He must have dropped his wallet back in JB's yard.
Wow.
Well, we're back at JB's, and we find out it was phenobarbital in the chowder. Yeah.
That's hardcore stuff, right?
Yes, that's hardcore stuff. Those are barbiturates.
Yeah.
Yes, that is.
I thought it was. Yeah,
they are highly addictive, hardcore stuff. They were used for sleeping pills back in the day.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have anything else. That's what they used. So JB has an idea. So she goes talk to Winnie, and we find out that the pharmacies are owned by multiple people. Like there's multiple pharmacies. There's 10 of them. Elmo was the president, Kenny was the GM, Flo did cosmetics, and Harold was the pharmacist. We found out that Elmo took phenobarbital to sleep. Yeah. Well, Amos is here, and he did not find any barbital in the belongings of Elmo. So if it was there, it's not there now.
Yeah.
Marigold is looking through JB's yard just like a crazy person, just randomly. We'll ignore that for a second. Well, the coroner called, girl, and Elmo died of barbital overdose.
Oh,
but
okay.
But Doc's like, that makes no sense. Elmo was a big man, and everybody else here fell asleep. His ass died. So who slipped him more barbital?
Ooh.
Oh, he has a thought. Winnie's ulcer med. Its main ingredient is phenobarbital.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, maybe she did it. Case closed, done.
That's what you would like to be the ending. You're like, please let this be it.
God. Yes. Or Gomez Adams shows back up and it's like, I'm the killer again.
Oh, that would have been great, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I've been in love
How'd you get out?
I've been in love with Winnie for all these years, so I came back to kill him. I don't know why he's got this accent, but he does now. Ha!
That's my favorite thing about Cabot Cove lately is like just the myriad of accents that we've been dealing with.
Yeah, why are all these Southerners here?
I don't know.
Why is there a bus from Augusta to Cabot Cove?
I don't have
How
an
does
answer for you.
Cabot Cove have a train station?
I mean, maybe it's the end of the line. Maybe.
Not Portland? It goes all the way, because I'm sure that Maine has very strong commuter rail. In 1980,
I guess we'll need to write our local Congress people about it. You seem really bothered right now.
Well, when he comes downstairs, she's like, I need more Comatol. I dropped my bottle last night. I cleaned all up, but the ball broke and I threw it away because the trash person was coming this morning. Isn't that right? And JB's like, yeah, that shit's thrown away. Well, Marigold comes in with the wallet.
Oh, okay.
It's got his PID in it.
Oh, they got to let him go.
They have to let him go. So we're back at the sheriff, girl.
Nice.
And JB asks about Elmo. He's like, look, Winnie was a nice lady, but he took pills all the time. It was completely obvious that he was high as a kite. If nobody knew, they just didn't want to see it. Well, we're back at Amos's. And JB's outside talking to Harold. And she confronts him about the Barbiturates dependency. And he's like, look, let's go inside and we'll talk about it, okay? Brings her inside, makes a drink, and it's like, this would normally be in a tall glass, but he didn't have any right now. And JB's like, oh, the glass. The glass? What you thinking about that glass there, JB? I'm kidding, and I'm asking about some glasses. Oh, nothing. Let me go. Nah, I think you should stay here. I think you should stay. And Harold's like, just let her go. No, you gotta help me out. I don't know what you think about that glass there. And she's like, well, when you poured a glass, when you got poured the first drink, it was in a short glass. Later on, you had a tall glass. And Harold's like, I didn't pour that drink. Well, look, Harry, I need you to just get on out there and we can get Ringo and I'll pull out this switchblade real fast. And then we're going to fight it out old school style. And,
She doesn't have a switchblade though. She doesn't have a switchblade.
Well, she doesn't. Well, I'm just going to kill her. Well, Marigold's here and she says, drop it, turkey. Well, a little bit later on, they're at the bus. Winnie's leaving, and Mr. Bellamy's introduced himself. Do 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 do. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you like this episode?
I didn't hate the episode. I thought it was
didn't.
fine. No, I know you didn't, but it was fine to me.
I'm not gonna lie. I like talking about it. Like it's more of a romp when I don't have to watch those people act. And
Well,
it's not.
Well, I will say though, right? Other than Henry that we love, the other family members were like, most of them have never been great character actors. Like the one that was the killer, the guy that was the killer, he's never been a good actor.
I will say it's not just Winnie. The whole family, except for Henry Gibson, the whole family is just bad at acting.
Yeah.
So this is I made the statement earlier. This may be worse than the racism episode for me. It may still be worse than the racism episode. Although, I did enjoy talking about this more than the racism episode. Like
the racism episode with me was like, there wasn't a lot of levels in the racism. This one had at least levels. They weren't good levels, but at least had levels.
They were levels
right?
of ADR.
Yes.
Maim, what's our dear listeners where they can find you?
Hello, dear listeners. It's me, Auntie Maim, your favorite relation. You can catch me every Thursday night hosting amazing colossal karaoke at Killer Idol in South Beach. Also performing some improv with Villain Theater. You can find those links and also links to all my socials at I'mYourAuntieMaim.com. And over to you, Mims.
Hey, y'all. I'm the Divinus Mims. You found me online at thedivinusmims.com. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know we have a Patreon?
No.
So if you go to patreon.com, Mims Maim, you can buy some things. Hey, Maim. No.
Yes.
You can become a patron and support us and give us some money. Hey, Maim.
Yep.
Did you know that we have another podcast?
No.
That's right. We have Baking Sugar, our Designing Women podcast, and Over the Moon, our Moonlighting podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have merchandise?
No.
That's right. If you go to MimsMaim.com, you can buy something. There's that one. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
You love a good 5-star review.
I love 5-star reviews. They really help us grow and support us. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Maim. While I'm trying to find the button. Button. Who's got the button? There it is. Maim. Maim. Maim.
Yes.
Maim.
Yes. Yes.
Maim.
And yes.
Maim.
Oh
Maim.
my God.
Did you
Sweet Lord.
know? Did you know that our dear listeners can reach out to us?
Oh, no, yeah, no, I didn't.
They can send us an email at mimsmaim@gmail.com or send us a text at 704-380-0618. Hey, Maim, do you have anything else to add?
I don't think so.
All right, then. Neoprene dreams. Good night, y'all.